Hi everybody, I'm Karen Sternheimer.
I'm Sally Raskoff.
And we are here at the Pacific Sociological Association's annual meeting, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about what sociologists' conference are actually like. What do we do?
Once I was awake and had enough coffee, I went to a session, which means about an hour and a half, sitting in a room in the hotel, listening to 2, 3, or 4 people talk about their research, talk about whatever their ideas are for what they're working on sociologically. Usually near the end of the session, the last 15 minutes or so, are a discussion. You can ask questions and give comments and feedback and talk about the research that you heard.
And conferences have lots of different kinds of sessions. So there are sessions where you have a panel of people who present their papers. Sometimes they're papers of research they're just starting their work on. Sometimes you can go to a session with graduate students, or a mixture of graduate students and professors, or even undergraduate students. There are also what are called roundtable sessions, where you literally sit at a round table and share your research with other people, and then afterwards you talk about it. And it's a great way to learn about new research that's going on, kind of get some ideas for your own work perhaps. And it's also great if you're working on something to share it with people and get feedback and get ideas. So one session I went to today was really great, and a lot of people were interested in it, and we were able to give the authors some ideas about other ways that they can make their study even better and make their research even stronger. So it's almost like a way to workshop ideas. And there are also sessions where you can learn more about how to go to graduate school, or if you're a graduate student, how do you get a job. There are sessions for professors to be better at teaching, to be able to get grants for research, to be able to publish. So there's all kinds of different sessions, lots of different things that you can learn. And mostly it's also a chance to network and meet other people.
And there are social opportunities. This particular group we're with had a student reception where free food is served at these receptions as well. The general session tonight had a reception afterwards as well. Some nice food opportunities and networking and social opportunities. They also give a number of books away to students, and that brings us to the wonderful book display that also is at most conferences, and definitely at this one. Some book publishers come and have tables, and their newest sociology books are out there, or books that sociologists may want to read.
And it gives us a chance to see what we might use to teach in our classes, or books that we might just enjoy reading because this is our area of interest. And the other thing, too, that's nice is you get to meet people who you've maybe read their work, or you just want to meet because you think that their other ideas are interesting. A lot of people that I see at conferences are people who've attended similar sessions over the years, and you get to meet people just from going to the conference
so
year in, year out.
Make some friendships with other sociologists whom you may not have ever been in school with, or even live in the same city with, but you can come and see them at the conference every year and say howdy.
And it's a good way to network too, professionally, and meet new people. Meet people who are interested in some of the same kinds of things you are also, and you never know what that might lead to professionally or personally, of course.
It's also good, though, when you're at a conference to pace yourself and not to assume you're going to have to attend every single session, because they go on all day long. This one has 15-minute breaks between sessions all day, and if you try and go to every session, you'll be really tired. We're not doing much physical work in terms of sitting in the room and listening to people, but it's very intense mental work. So it's good to take a walk around the block or go grab lunch with some people, and not just go to session after session after session, because then later you won't remember who said what and when, and it all gets kind of mushy.
Yeah, and some sessions are great. We each had gone to different sessions that worked really well, and we also went to sessions that really didn't hold our interest. So a lot of times people will come in and out of sessions throughout the day. I should also point out that sociology conferences are relatively inexpensive. So this one that we're at right now, I think, charges only something like $20 or $25 for students. So if those of you are interested in learning more about what goes on at a conference, I would strongly encourage that you find out about the regional conference that's in your area. Usually they're very inexpensive for students to attend. And sometimes your university might even help pay for you to go. So
And they do move around. They're not in the same place every time. They bop around to different cities, different towns.
Yeah, so you might find out going online to see if there's a conference coming to your city anytime soon. So just one other part of being a sociologist.